Hi guys, it's May here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Cooking 101. Today we're going to make empanada. And the ingredients for our empanada for today, we have here extra lean ground beef. This one is a mixture of peas and carrots, and this was previously frozen, so I just throw it out. This one here, this is my potato. Cut in little tiny pieces like this, and I soak it in cold water. The reason why I soak it in cold water is to prevent the potato from turning black or brown. I have here minced garlic. This is 4 cloves, one whole white onion. I have here some fresh spring onions or scallions. We're going to season it with chicken broth and oh, my camera is acting weird, and oyster sauce. Over here guys, I have my empanada mold. I'm using the first one, the big one. And if you guys don't have empanada mold, I'm going to show you how to make it without it. Here I have a rolling pin. The main ingredients for this dish is our all-purpose flour. Okay friends, so for the dough, I used 4 cups of all-purpose flour. The one over here, you guys, I have a big one. I got this one from Solvis. It was on sale for only $6. I think they were overstocked. So anyhow, for this dough here, I use 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of sugar. I use the white sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. All you guys have to do is mix all the dry ingredients. After, you have to add 2 sticks of butter. The kind of butter that I use is this one here. It's called Lactancia butter sticks. It's a salted butter. In one box like this, there were like 4 of these. So I use 2 of these for my dough. So all you have to do is add the 2 sticks of butter, mash together with the flour. And then after that, you have to add 1.5 cup of water. But you don't pour the water all the way through. You just have to sprinkle it all over the dough. Keep mashing the dough while you're pouring the water. And then after that, after you keep mashing it, make sure that you guys mix it very well, okay? It will be easier if you have the dough maker, which I don't have, so that's why I do this one manually by hand. And it took me 20 to half an hour just mashing and you know, mixing it very well. After, you cover it with plastic like this, like saran wrap or plastic wrap, and let it chill in the fridge for an hour. For some people, they only did it for half an hour, but with mine, I did it for an hour. So anyhow, now I'm going to show you guys how to make my toppings for our empanada for today. Okay friends, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to saute the meat. The reason why I do that all the time is because when you saute the meat, it forms water, and we don't want that water. So we have to make sure that before we add all of our ingredients, the water is supposed to disappear. So we'll just cook this one for now. I didn't put any oil on the pan because this one creates its own liquid or its own oil. Okay friends, now let's give this one a good mix. See guys, like I told you guys, it forms its own liquid, so we don't have to add anything on it. So we're just going to let this one simmer, and then I'll show you guys the next step. See guys, 5 minutes after. This is what I'm telling you guys, that every time you make meat or you cook meat, especially if you guys are sauteing the meat, it always form its own water. So the best thing to do is just let it simmer together with the water. Like that, it will disappear. And this is one thing that we don't like to have with the rest of our ingredients. We just have to keep stirring or mixing the meat, and we'll go on the next step. Okay friends, after 15 minutes, this is how our ground beef looks like. Now it's producing its own oil. See? Okay friends, now we're going to put our garlic, and same thing with the white onions and the scallions. Okay. And we're going to give this one a good mix. Okay. Okay friends, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our potatoes. Our peas and carrots. Before we season our dish. Now we're gonna give it a good mix. All right, and then now we're going to season it. Okay friends, I'm going to put some black pepper. I always use fresh black pepper. 2 tablespoons of the chicken broth. I'm using the Himalayan pink salt, you guys. And last, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. Two tablespoons. There. All right. Okay, and we're going to give this one a good mix. We're going to set this aside, and we're going to let this cool off. Okay friends, now we're going to do our dough. Okay, so friends, I'm just going to work here in the counter. The counter is clean, so yeah, this is where I'm gonna play with this dough here. Okay, so I just gonna flatten it. So okay, so now we're going to start rolling this baby here. Man, this is the hardest I work with this dough. It's so difficult. Too difficult to do this. There you go. We have to stretch this thing out. There. You guys can see it. This is like playing. Yeah. This is the exercise for today. Oh dear. Oh gosh. It's getting bigger now, you guys. Hold on, I have to move it. People think I'm not serious when I cook, but I am really serious, guys. But I just can't prevent from laughing sometimes, you know. Especially with this dough. This is so difficult to do. I love cooking, but I hate baking. I'm suck at baking. Making so much mess right now, you guys, but it's okay. Okay, you guys can still see it. Okay, good. So we just keep rolling this thing here trying to get a decent thickness. Okay friends, I made 24 of them. I use this one here, the cover, because I don't have a cutter, so I'll just use this plastic container, a plastic cover, and this is the thickness that we need to make like that. So I made 24 of this. Now we're going to start filling these ones up. Okay.